Hello and welcome to this new series. This new series will explore feature by feature comparison between Tableau and Power BI. So if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for the new videos. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to discuss one Tableau function which is attribute. ATTR, that's how we call it. And this function is the one which we will try to replicate in Power BI. So we would like to see what attribute function does in Tableau, and we will go ahead and try to get the same thing in Power BI. So to understand this function, how does this work? Let's jump on Tableau. So I'm in Tableau right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this attribute function. Now, before I use this attribute function, let me create a sheet and explain you what exactly I want. So I drag brand here. So if you don't have my file, just look at my initial videos, you will be able to get it. And every video I give my GitHub link, from there you can get these files. So says data used in video, you will be able to get this. Now, if I drag it here, then categories. Now what, and then let me drag it to columns, from columns to row. Now what I want is there is, if brand has more than one category, then I want to display star. If they have one category, then I want to display the category name. So if something has one value, display that value. If it is more than one value, then display star. Now to do this, let's create a function. And now, because what is happening, we have brand and category, and inside brand and category, you can have category only once. So you will get all the names initially, and then we will tell you what happens. Okay. So I go to analysis and menu item, and in that I go to category field, create calculated field. I'm using calculated field, creation of calculation field. And then I say attribute function I want to use. I can name it like that also. And there is a function ATTR. Okay, now how ATTR works, and if you don't know the definition, you can know it from here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give category here, and I start typing, and because it is only one category which is available, it is going to suggest me I have done something wrong. I'll remove it. Okay, so I got this calculated field created, and let me direct a measure has been created. So measure guarantees us a single value. Now it has become color. Let me drag it on text. Now it become text. Now let me make it a little bit bigger. So I go here, I see this arrow sign. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So now you see it's giving category name always no star, because inside one category we have only one category. Okay, so no problem. Let's go ahead and remove this category from here. So now once we remove, you see everything else, and because all the brands have more than one category. But if you have noticed carefully, we do have a case where our categories, uh, there were 2-3 brands where category 4 was also there and other categories there. So what I can do here is I can actually remove this category 4, and now I can select it. Okay, so now if I do it, then there should be at least few of them which is having this category, single category. So category 1, category 2, category 5 and category 2 are available. So brand 1, 2 and 3 and brand 12 has only single category. Now if I exclude category 4 on the runtime, I'm excluding, I'm using the filter M, and now I got this result. Now this is the one uses. Now the second thing which you want to do is we'll do one runtime example of this one. So we again bring a brand out here. And along with brand, let's say we take any measure. Let's say I want to take COGS or cost. Let's see, I take COGS. And let me make it as a bar visual. So I clicked on the bar on the show me right now. Now what we can do here is we can go and add the details. So we go to category, item category, and drag it on the details. So you will see this distribution start happening. Now everything is right now is multiple as the initial data was. And then you can do one, go here, and then you can make it as attribute. Now this is runtime stuff which we are doing now. You don't see the distribution here. Now you still see all the categories, but you see there are more than one categories. Now again, we can do the same stuff. We drag the filter out here, and we exclude category 4, and I can use actually exclude instead of this one. So I click on exclude, and I say exclude category 4, and I say apply. And again, you will see brand 1, brand 2, and brand 3 and brand 12 will not have star, and all others will have stars. Okay, so we have seen how we can use attribute in Tableau. Now this is Tableau function, so we have to go ahead and replicate this in Power BI. Power BI doesn't have any function like that. So we go to Power BI, let's try the same thing out. So what I'm going to do here is I go to item and I bring in brand. And then I bring in category also. So you can repeat it. Now few things which you have to remember here also, that because in Power BI you may have you might bring in basically this one, let's say we bring in gross also, and I want to bring gross or something like that. The reason I want to bring in that, I bring that. Now let me bring the category again, and let me do now count of the category. So I just want to understand what count I'm getting. Okay, and understand one thing, that at few places it starts showing me 2, means the rows are 2. So my simple assumption would fail, that if I do a count here, then this might fail. So that's what we have to understand, that if I simply say count and I'm also getting something from a fact, then it might actually not behave in the similar manner the way I wanted. Okay, so that's the same reason why I bring in gross and bring in count here. Now to make sure it's visible to you, I'm going to make it a size little bit bigger. Okay, so let's make size little bit bigger. So now you should be able to see it. So now you can see that in this case, though it is one line, and if you remembered when we told about the star, it came only once. Okay, there. So now we will try this thing, and you remember when we take on the bar visual also, in that case when there was more than one, then it came star. Now, so what we are going to do here is, let's do this thing. Let's bring in now function to create attribute. So we are going to create a measure out here, and there it was also measure, so we are going to create a measure out here. So now first thing which we need here is, we need to ensure that we are taking the distinct count. So we call it ATR. So first of all, I'm going to create a variable where underscore dist, which is equal to distinct count of item category. Okay, so I got a distinct count of item category, and then and we can do alt enter to do this, and I say return, and I say simply if underscore dist, this is some problem now, new Power BI version, it does not remove this tooltip easily, is greater than 1, then we should give, then what should we give? We should give the star, else we should give max of category, item category, and we have to take max. Okay, because it's a measure, so both the sides should have aggregation. So star is this star is basically a constant, so we can have it. Now same behavior what we had on Tableau, because it's single, it's not showing me any star, and even if it's all 2 records, not showing me star. So I think seems like we reached there, but we have to remove this category from here to understand this better. And now we see everything is star, which is also correct the first time that what's happened. Now what we have to do is we have to filter. So now I bring in the category here as a slicer. So let me bring category as a slicer out here, and let me do one more thing. Let me click on the format painter, and then let me increase the size. It doesn't work out, so let's go ahead and increase the size a little bit. Do increase, but I think 12 is not sufficient for us here. Okay, so now let's select everything, and with control we have to do in Power BI, and you start seeing that you saw now this is, and let me sort on the brand so that you see brand 1, 12, 2 and 3, and this is what Tableau's understanding is better in terms of text sorting, that it is if even if you say brand 1 and 1 and 10, that Tableau understand it better than Power BI, that it brand 1 and brand 10 are not in the same order, even though they are text, it actually go ahead and make it appear after 10 9. Okay, so text sorting is much better there. But what we got here is we got the similar kind of results. Okay, so now because it's a major, if I even create a brand like a visual here, and Power BI we don't have like these detailed concept. So what we have to do is we can only use it in tab tooltip. So where we need it is in tooltip basically. So we got brand and we got gross. Now here in Power BI, if I make it as a legend, I don't have that opportunity with me to make it attribute. So the only thing which we can go do is we can make it is on tool. We can make it as available on tooltip. So if the additional tooltip is available, we can go ahead and put it on the tooltip. So on the tooltip, we will get it. Okay. Now brand 1 when it comes in. So right now the brand 1 is also coming star. And the reason why brand 1 is coming star, because we have not filtered categories. So let's bring in that filter. We copy it and we paste it here. And this is something very interesting in Power BI. And we pasted it and we pasted it on another page. And now let's go to attribute 1. It's asking, it will ask for the sync, and that's what I was waiting for. So we say, okay, keep those 2 pages in sync. So whatever I do changes here, and then see category 1, category 2, category. So now the question comes to my mind is, can I even do it when the category is available in the visual? So let's say if even it's available here, can I still do it? So let's try out that. So can I calculate it like this? Calculate. The 2-3 ways we are going to see. Let's say something work out. And this is the newer version of Power BI, which actually you have to give a space before something to, let it produce correct. And let's say we say remove filters, category, item category. So let's say, does it help us? So what I'm saying, remove the filter of item category and I'll calculate a new one at attrib 1. Is it able to, go across the boundary and tell me? Okay. Okay. It's still showing me, no, still it starts showing me star. Okay. So if I remove the filter of category, that doesn't work out. So what I'm going to do here is, it's not like this. So let's do one thing. We say when brand is equal to brand. Okay. So filter all items, and we say in the all item, brand, item brand equal to max of item brand. Okay, max of item brand we are taking. And instead of all, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do a little bit of change and make it all selected, because I want this selection to be obeyed. So whatever is all selected, you take it. Now let's see this. Does this give us a different kind of result? And you see now we are able to do that. So what is happening, because it's a major here, and in the major what we say is inside the brand you have to only do this calculation. So what we are saying is we are ignoring the other majors. So now this is the one. And now, but challenge here, it is becoming the context sensitive. Instead of brand you have something else, then this major is not going to work out in the same manner the other would have worked. The other would have simply, because this major particularly is not looking for any context, it's just counting the item category, so it could have worked with city also. But now this major, we have pushed the context of brand, so if you want to do this with city, it's not going to work out in the same manner. But there is a way, means we can still, even the category is there, still we can see that there are 2 categories in this brand. So this is how you replicate the attribute function and of Tableau in Power BI, and the different ways you can do it. So do let us know, did you like the video? Suggest us what else you wanted to see in this series. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Get involved. Keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification of our new video. Keep watching.